Thank you, and good evening everyone who is here. We are Ukrainian community of Milano and also some friends of ours. And we are standing here for 188 days since Russia started its full-scale invasion in Ukraine. It's been a long time, and we understand that some people might be tired of our war. But can you imagine how tired we are? And how tired are people who are actually in Ukraine, who are still experiencing air raids every single day. There is not a day that Russia doesn't launch rockets or missiles on peaceful Ukrainian cities, on civilian objects. I'm not even talking on the front lines. I'm talking on the kindergartens, schools, hospitals, bus stops, just residential buildings, supermarkets. Can you imagine that you live in a country where every day you don't know if you will actually survive till the end of the day or not? This is Ukrainian reality now. This is Ukrainian reality for many, many days. And besides this, Russia is also terrorizing the whole world, because it's Russia who occupied the biggest European nuclear power plant in Ukraine. And it's Russia who is also shooting on it and can cause the biggest catastrophe in Europe since 1986, when there was an incident on Chernobyl power plant. And even now that Russia so-called agreed that International Atomic Power Agency experts will arrive to the plant, they continue shell the road approach in the power plant, making it almost impossible for people who are also civilians from the agency to arrive to this power plant. So one would wonder, can we really believe anything that Russia promises, or anything, any word that Russia puts in so-called negotiations? Because I believe not. And I believe we cannot negotiate with the terrorist. Because it's terrorist country, the country which is shooting on civilians. It's terrorist country which is launching missiles on peaceful cities. It's terrorists who are shooting missiles on shopping malls. We've seen such behavior in US. We've seen such behavior from Al-Qaeda and ISIS. And nobody is negotiating with them. So we also demand that Russia is treated as a terrorist by the world community. And we demand from everyone to raise these issues, raise this to the politicians, raise this to the governments, raise this to the international organizations, to pressure Russia, to pressure them to demilitarize the nuclear power plant, so they don't pose the threat not only to Ukraine but also for a lot of territories in Europe, to stop shelling peaceful cities. And we also ask everyone to raise to the governments and politicians to support Ukraine. Because to fight this big monster, we need many, many weapons. And we need the support of the world community to provide us those. So I would be grateful, and I see people taking pictures, that we will share them on social media and write a couple of words about us, about Ukraine, about the need to support Ukraine, to bring peace to Europe, to allow people to sleep peacefully and to stop the approach of the terrorist country of Russia. Thank you.